according to the situation, according to the predictions. So you are preparing a flexible budget. Once you return the prime cost item, then immediately we are trying to go for the variable overheads, the selling and distribution overheads, what they specified according to the information. So we need to prepare the statement. It provides the dynamic basis of comparisons because it is automatically related to the change in the value. Hello everyone, a warm welcome to one and all. I am Natesh, lecturer in commerce, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, MYSURU, the Temple of Excellence. We are in the Unit 5, Session 3, 4th semester BCom, Costing Methods and Techniques. The chapter name is Budgetary Control and Standard Costing. The last two sessions, which is related to completely theory part of the budgetary control. And today my session is preparation of a flexible budget. So which is a 100% expected question for at the end of the semester examination. So which is there for your semester problem you can expect here. You will get to know how exactly the format is looking, okay, what major costs we are incurred here, and the flexible budget few problem, okay. So moving forward, so the preparation, at the time of preparing a flexible budget, you should keep in your mind. So actually the fixed means which is a standard, the flexible either you are going for the left side, for example, the 100% when you are expecting a result, so which is setting for 50%, 60%, and there is one more, okay. So according to the situation, according to the predictions, so you are preparing a flexible budget. So at the time of preparation of flexible budget, so the preparation of flexible budget require analysis of total cost into, okay, majorly fixed and variable components are very important here. So the fixed cost under fixed, according to the question, what exactly they given, we need to identify. So this analysis of course is not unuseful. The flexible budget is more important to flexible budget in the fixed budgeting, okay. So fixed budget means only one standard, okay. So for example, as a management, they are decided to produce only 10,000 units, okay. So which is a fix, if it is 9,000, if it is 11,000, which is coming under the flexible, okay. So this is so because in the flexible budget varying level of output are considered, and each class overheads will be different for each level. So easily we can get to know the difference here. Thus the flexible budget has the following main distinguishing features. First one, it is prepared for the range of activity instead of a single level. Only one level we are not trying. We are trying to do for the 9,000 capacity and 10,000 as well as 11,000. So what exactly the question they are asking, according to. So it provides the dynamic basis of comparisons because it is automatically related to the change in the value, because the value, if it is a low quantity, the value is compared to next quantity like 50% capacity, 60% capacity, the value is varied here. The formations of the flexible budget to begin with the analyzing the overheads into fixed and variable costs. This is very important here. And determine the extent to which the variable cost will be vary within the normal range of the activity, what kind of activity we are involved. So we need to find out. And there is a standard format for the preparing a flexible budget. It's very important. You should listen carefully here. So the format of flexible budget, so the first one, the prime cost. Under prime cost, first we will consider for the prime means which is directly going for the production, okay. So which is related direct materials are involved, okay, and the direct labor and direct expense if it is given in the question. So here the capacity utilization either 60%, 80%, 100%. So this capacity you need to write in front of. So for example, the value is given 1 lakh is given, okay. The 10,000 capacity means the 10,000 capacity, 100% capacity means exactly we are using for the 10,000 unit you are expecting. If it is 80%, only 8,000 units you are expecting. If it is 50%, 5,000 units you are expecting. So the same material usage also either it is a decrease or increase based on the percentage. So next, once you return the prime cost item, then immediately we are trying to go for the variable overheads. So variable overheads, maintenance and repair expense and the indirect labors, okay, indirect material. So the three capacity we need to write here, and factory overheads, administration overheads, and selling and distribution overheads. In the question, if they specified 50% variable, remaining 50% will be fixed. So once you return the variable cost of first one, the first category is a prime, second one is a variable. So then obviously we will get the total B, A and B, we will get the total variable B. So moving to the next one, marginal cost statement here. So under fixed, okay, we have variable we written. So moving to the next one, where marginal cost, if you add prime cost plus variable cost, obviously we will get the marginal cost. Okay, so again we are writing according to the percentage capacity. And the next one, sales value, if it is given in the question, we need to write here. So next one, from the sales, if you try to subtract the marginal cost, which is nothing but variable cost, sales minus marginal cost, or sales minus variable cost, you will get contribution. Once you get the contribution, from this we need to subtract the fixed cost. So the same marginal statement only we are following, only one item is prime cost related. Okay, so after getting the contribution, we need to do for the fixed cost items what and all is given, or factory overheads if they specified fixed, and administration overheads also sometime fixed, and the selling and distribution overheads what they exactly they specified according to the information. So we need to prepare the statement. So once you take the total for the year, we are getting the total cost. So what we are doing, from the total cost, if you try to subtract the fixed cost, so contribution minus fixed cost, then that is also total cost. Otherwise the total cost, the profit finding, so total cost minus fixed cost. Okay, the same format you need to follow, the marginal statement cost format. Okay, so if you try to subtract, if it is negative, we are getting, we call it as a profit loss. If the positive means we are getting a profit. Moving, there is one questions to understand much better here. Prepare flexible budget for the production 80% capacity, 100% capacity of activity on the basis of following information. Here the production is given 50%. Now we have identified there is 50% one category, 80% and one more 100% capacity. So the production at 50% capacity, 5,000 units we are showing. Okay, if the raw materials 80 per unit, we need to multiply 5,000 into 80, and the direct labor also given, or direct wages 50,000, 5,000 into 50, if you multiply, okay, the value you are getting. And the direct expense also is given, so which is coming under the directly prime cost related, 15 rupees per unit is given. And factory expense, the amount is given 50,000. From this we need to consider only for 50% fixed, the remaining 50% going for the variable. And administration expense is given, the value is given 60,000. From this 60,000, 40% only we need to consider for variable. The sales information is not given, so directly we can prepare the format. It's very simple question. So here I have written first one, 3 capacity, okay, 5,000 capacity, 8,000 capacity and 100% capacity. So here under prime cost item is not given in the question, so directly the variable related we will consider here. So directly 50%, 5,000 units. Okay, in the question only it is clearly specified. So per rate is given in the question, so easily we can find out. So this one, this two item, the amount is given, but the rate is easily we can find out. So 50,000 divided by 5,000, if you do the rate, easily we can calculate, and 60,000 divided by, but again we need to consider only 50%. So 25,000 only we need to take a variable, and here 40% only we need to take for the fixed. Now the raw material, whatever the rate is given, the rate column, one is rate column, amount column, okay, and 80% rate column, amount column, rate per unit as well as amount column. First my item is given in the question, raw material. So the 4 lakhs, the value whatever you are expecting, so which is based on the rate, 80 into 5,000, 4 lakhs you are getting, and labor cost per unit is 50 is given, 50 into 5,000 units, 2,50,000, and the direct expense which is given 50 50 rupees per unit. So 15 into 5,000, 75,000 we are getting. So the factory expense only, in the factory expense 50,000, 50% only we need to consider for variable. So here the 25,000, okay, the 25,000 directly we are writing amount column. So how to find out the rate per unit? It's very simple. 25,000 divided by 5,000 units you are producing capacity. So 5 rupees at the rate you are getting. And moving to, there is one more item like administration expense. Only 40% we need to consider from the 60,000. So 40% means 24,000 we are getting. The 24,000 divided by 5,000 units, the rate per unit is 4.580. So if you take together rate getting, the value basis total 7,74,000. Moving for the 80% capacity. So here the 80% capacity means obviously the 8,000, the unit are increased here. So 8,000 capacity. The rate which is common for the everywhere, okay, so the rate is common. Now 80 into 8,000, 6,40,000, okay, 8,000 into labor, direct labor 50, 4 lakhs we are getting. 8,000 unit, the direct expense value is given per unit value 15, so 1,20,000 you are getting. Again the same thing, the 40% we are considering because the capacities are increasing. So in the question they clearly specified 50%, so obviously the rate is 40,000 divided by, so if you multiply what you are getting the rate, if you multiply into 8,000, so obviously 40,000. So here one more same thing here, 4 rupee 80 paisa, how it is applicable for 50% capacity, the same rate is applicable for 8,000 units also. Into 8,000 unit, 38,400 we are getting. Moving to the next 100% capacity. So 100% the same rate, okay, 100% means 10,000 units. Okay, 80 into 10,000 means 8 lakhs. 50 into 10,000 means 5 lakhs you are getting. 15 into 10,000 means 1,50,000 you are getting. So the factory expense which is a constant for all the capacity, 5,000 into 10,000, your 50,000 you get. 4 rupee 80 paisa which is also constant. So you obviously if you multiply 10,000, 48,000 you are getting. So now vertically we are taking a total, okay, so which is nothing but the total variable cost. We call it as a very symbolically A here writing. So here 154.80, 7,74,000, whatever the total you are getting, from this we need to subtract the fixed cost. Okay, so the fixed cost again the information also is given. The factory expense 50% or 50,000 is given, 50% we need to consider for fixed. So that's what 25,000 I have written. So again 25,000 divided by 5,000, 5 rupees per rate. Okay, next one administration expense. Again administration expense they clearly specified 60% which is going for the fixed. So obviously 61,000, administration 36,000 getting. 36,000 divided by 5,000 units, 7 rupee 20 paisa we are getting. Or again last one, and you have to complete for the 80% capacity as well as 100% capacity. The rate is keep on which is varied here. Obviously that 80% the fixed rate whatever it is given, so we need to multiply. So here 25,000 which is fixed for everywhere, but the number of units are increased, right? So 25,000 divided by 8,000, 3 rupee 12 paisa. Okay, again 36,000 which is also the standard fixed cost which is not changing anywhere, any capacity. So divided by 80,000 per rate, 4 rupee 50 paisa we are getting. Once we are getting, again we are moving to the 100% capacity. So here the factory expense 25,000 divided by 10,000, 2 rupee 50 paisa we are getting. The next one administration expense 36,000, everywhere common, fixed means which cannot change, divided by number of rate only which is increase or decrease based on the number of units. So 10,000 if you divide 3 rupees 60 paisa we are getting. So we need to take the total together, variable cost. Now we need to take the fixed cost total. So here we are getting 12 rupee, okay, 12 rupee 20 paisa. Okay, now vertically if you are taking total together, okay, so this final answer. Now what we are doing, we need to do for the total cost. How we are getting the variable cost plus fixed cost. Now variable cost 154.80 plus 12, so we are getting total cost 167. Again same thing, 7,74,000 plus 61,000, 8,35,000. Same thing we need to take for together. Now once we get the total cost, here the sales information, the profit we are not able to find out because the sales information is not given in the question. So only to find out the total cost. Keep on watch for next section. Thank you.